Hello guys, welcome. Today we'll be looking at a very simple room on Tryhackme. Excuse me. It's called Lo-Fi. It's a room on local file inclusion vulnerability. I already started my machine, as you can see, and we have the URL. So we are asked to navigate to the following URL using the attack bus. I won't be using the attack bus. I'll be using my home Kali Linux, and we are supposed to find the flag in the root of the file system. So as you can see, it's a path traversal room, and we've been told that the web page does load some elements from external sources. However, they do not interfere with the completion of the room, so we shouldn't mind. Firstly, I'll copy this, copy this, excuse me, and I'm going to come to my Kali Linux. Just to be sure I'm still connected, I'm going to ping Tryhackme. Okay, I'm still connected. Okay, great. Now I'm going to try to run nmap. Oh, okay, I've done that already, and that's going to take a while. I'll wait for that to load. We just come to our browser, our web browser, and see what we have on the page. You can see this is telling us that cool beats to listen to, relax. If we click on this, hmm, page equals to relax.php, sleep.php. Just take a look at the URL and see the way it changes. Okay, good. I think we have our way in. You can also view the page source. Really, that's like one of the first things to do when you're on a vulnerable web page. You view the page source to have an idea of what's in the back, and you can see. Let me just give you like a background of what we'll be doing here. So local file inclusion, it's a vulnerability that allows you to do URL manipulation. So now once you perform URL manipulation, you get to do what is called path traversal. That means you get to move up the file system on the server. Usually you should not be able to do this, but due to improper input validation, user input validation, a user can get to do this. Now, this vulnerability occurs when web application accepts URL-based inputs and it returns the specified content of the file that is being requested. So what it means is that if I request to see, just like an example, there is no book.php, but if I request to see book.php, it is supposed to give me the content of book.php if it actually existed. Now, if it's something I'm allowed to do, fine, it's okay. However, if it's not something I'm allowed to do, then that's a vulnerability on its own. I hope that's like very easy for you to grab. Now it's actually very simple to do what we call URL manipulation or path adversary. So you being able to change to manipulate the URL by saying dub does not exist. That's a method, right? Now if we try to do what is called path traversal, that means we are trying to move up the web page, the file system rather. So there's something we do this. Don't forget we are looking at, yeah, we can go up to 3 times, 4 times. Let me just leave it as this for explanation sake. Then we go to our it is a password file. Yeah. Now you can see that it is giving us an output. This is a vulnerability. It means we are asking you to let us see what the contents of this file is, and it prints it out for us on the screen. So this is something that is this file is used to gather information about the system users. We have the root. These are the default system users. If there were to be other users, they were going to have their information out. The mailing list manager and all those. You can take your time to read it and see. Now, for the purpose of this room, we're told to climb up the system and find the, okay, climb the file system to find the flag. we climb the file system using the path traversal via the URL manipulation. Good. So now local file inclusion just allows you, just a vulnerability that allows you to read, include, or you display what is on the server. And that's what we've done. The way you now do that is either through a path transversal or a URL manipulation. How that makes sense? Now, for the purpose of this, normally you can do root and say we have something, there's nothing, slash roots dot txt. Let's say we have something, sorry, does not exist. So just like trial and error, let's now do flag does not exist, flag.txt. If it actually exists, it's going to print it out. Now, because this exists, it is being printed out for us, which you can see. We are going to copy this. Then we come here and we paste it here and we submit. I mean, you can see the room is pretty easy, like very, very easy to do. But in the real world, it's going to be, it could be as simple as this, and it could be much more than this. You could have done your reconnaissance, you have to gather your information, do a lot of scanning and all before you can get which particular page is vulnerable. You go through the sources and all that. So let's see if our nmap was done before we completed the room. Okay, it's coming. Our scanner is not even done. Did I? Okay, let me control C. Map dash PAT AC 10.10.250.223. Let's see how long this is going to take. Oh, it's open. So these are like the syntax I used is going to take long to be done. So if I had used a small syntax like this, very fast one, would have had our output. So sometimes it's just good to follow what they say, the instruction rather, and you won't waste your time chasing what is not there.